friends, I am unboxing my Chalk Couture designer kit. Now this is November 2019's kit, so they are seasonally appropriate. I'll show you what's in here, and by the end of the video, if you do want to know more about the product, then I will link that below so you can take a look at all of the stencils that are currently available. There is some really wonderful winter ones as we head into the holiday season, so you can see that there's a lot of variety there. There's some really cute little ornament ones and a couple of business building if you want to make shirts, if you're doing shows or anything like that. The unique thing about Chalk Couture surfaces is they say that they're actually reusable. So they treat the surfaces in such a way that when you put the chalk paste down, then you can make your designs, it dries, it stays really well, but if you want to, you can just wash it off. So that right there in my hand is some little chalkable chips, and they're really great for ornaments, and they fit those small transfers really easily. They also give you in the kit a Chalk Couture apron, which is great if you are a messy crafter, and I think that kind of just comes with the domain. We're all a little bit messy, so that's fun, and it's really good branding too if you do plan on doing any shows. They give you a little pack of thank you cards, maybe to your first customers, I'm not sure. And then this is the squeegee that you use to apply the paste, because you don't want to just paint it on there with a paintbrush, and you want to make sure and scrape off all of the extra. Now, the value I think in this kit comes in the fact that you get 5 full-size pastes. Now, you don't get to choose the colors that you get, but you do get a good assortment with your first kit. Now I do kind of wish it came with black, but I really like the red and green since we're coming up on Christmas. The mint is perfect for Christmas too if that is the color you're doing, and then white is super versatile. Pink I'm sure we'll use at some point. And the last piece that you get in the kit is one of the big boards, and again this one is one of the reusable boards. So that is kind of what got me really excited about Chalk Couture. Is I love having seasonal decor, but at the same time you have to store all of that stuff. So with Chalk Couture you can create your custom decorations and then wipe it off for the next season. You don't have to store anything, you could just change the design. And I like that it's kind of distressed. It gives that really warm kind of homey feel. So I think that these are really fun options. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff out of the way, and I think I just want to dive right into trying this out. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos while I was waiting on my kit to arrive. I mean, really it only took a couple of days. But from what I can tell, the process looks super simple. All you have to do is take these little transfers, and I'm a huge Cricut user. I've been using Cricut since, oh gosh, I had one of their first machines at least 10 years ago. And so I'm super familiar with how stencils like this work, but what's different about the Chalk Couture stencils is they're actually more like a silk screen, and they have a very fine mesh inside the design, and that's what holds all of your centerpieces together. If you've done Cricut stencils or Silhouette or anything like that, then you're familiar with having to use, first of all, you have to weed everything, and then you have to use transfer paper to make sure all those little pieces come out. And with the Chalk Couture stencils, there's a few really huge benefits. One of them is you don't have to do any weeding or any transfer paper or anything like that. The second thing is they are actually reusable. So you use the stencil and the chalk paste washes right off of it. And I really love that, especially if you're using these little ones. You want to make, 100 ornaments for your tree or something like that. It is so much quicker than doing vinyl stencils. Okay, so to walk you through this process, all I did was lay that stencil down, and then I used the squeegee to apply some of the chalk paste, and then you basically just scrape off as much as you can, and anything that's down in the stencil will stay put, and then you peel it off. Like it's just that simple, and it's mind-blowing because I'm so used to sitting there having to get my little weeding tool out and pick out all of the centers, and this is just so much quicker. You could do 100 of these in like 5 minutes. So I decided I'm going to do another one. I'm going to brave a 2-color version. So I'm just going to take some of that mint colored chalk paste and do the leaves, and then I think I'm going to do peace in white. So I'm taking my little squeegee and I just scrape off all of the extra there. Now it's a little bit harder to get in those tiny spaces with this size of a squeegee, but what I've seen people do is actually cut them in half for detail work like this. So you can do that. I just wanted to try everything out before I go cutting my squeegees in half. So I'm going to do the same thing with the white, and that is mix that color up because I noticed that they did separate a little bit in shipping, and that's just the nature of paint, so you want to make sure that it's a nice even consistency. What's interesting about this paste is it's kind of a fluffy consistency, and because it is thicker, I think that's why it works so well with these silkscreen stencils. If it was watery, it could bleed underneath. So it's really optimized to work with the silkscreen stencils. Sorry, I'm off screen a little bit there. But I went ahead and put that white on. Now I'm just going to peel this off. And that's it, you guys. This is done. How cute is that little chalkable chip? You can drill a hole in the top of this if you want it to be a little ornament, or maybe just use some Zots and put a piece of ribbon on the back if you want to reuse it later. But that's it. It's just as simple as that. So I'm using the board and base as my next project. Now this came with the kit too. And the Oh Fun stencil is November's Couture Club stencil. So every month they do a subscription box where you can get a stencil that is specific to that season, and it is exclusive to that kit. You can't order it on their website. So perks of having that subscription is that you get access to these really cute designs. And that's another thing I'll just point out that I really, really love about these stencils compared to using vinyl stencils is you saw me reposition it like 3 or 4 times. You can pick it up and put it down again until it's exactly where you want it, and you can't really do that with vinyl. I mean, you can, but you run the risk a lot more of stretching it, distorting it. Your little centerpieces don't stay where they're supposed to. So that's what I really, really love about these stencils. They're so easy to use and reuse, and look at that. Like, I'm scraping all of that paste off. These little paste cups are, I think they're $12.99 on their website, but they will last you forever. So I did that. I went ahead and went off the edges to kind of give this a cropped look, and that's it. Now I'm just taking some embellishments from my scrapbooking days, and I have a bunch of gold and red sequins, and I'm just using some little sticky, little clear sticky things. They're kind of like Zots. I usually have Zots. I don't remember what brand these ones are, but anyway, I just cut these up, and I'm placing sequins all around, and then I'm going to add a little bow just to give it an extra pizzazz. Now the reason, you can see my hot glue gun in the corner, and that I was using for adding embellishments on top of each other, but anything that I'm actually adding down to the board, I'm using the sticky adhesive because I want to be able to take it off again. If I do want to wipe this design and put something about the new year here in a couple of months, then I'll be able to do that. I want to keep this reusable, so that's why I'm not hot gluing things right to the board. So I added my bow, and this is the finished project. I cannot believe how quickly this came together, you guys. So I definitely see a lot more of these in my future. They are so fast and so easy. Alright friends, thank you guys so much for crafting with me today. I had a lot of fun exploring the designer starter kit from Chalk Couture. I definitely see it as something that I can get into just because it is so fast, it's so user friendly. So let me know in the comments if you've tried it, or again, if you want to know more, I will link in the description box below where you can find out more about those products. And as we head into this holiday season, let me know what you want to see, what kind of videos, what kind of DIYs, if you want home decor or gifts, or if there's dupes that you want to see. I really love some of the home decor, some of the holiday decor that Anthro and Pottery Barn and these places are putting out, so I think I might do a couple of dupe videos. If you do want to see those, let me know in the comments because I want to know what you guys want to see. We're going to be doing a ton of crafting through this holiday season. So go ahead and leave me some comments below on what you think, and until I see you next time, stay crafty.